Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Mr. Jan from Belgium.
I'm really honored to be invited to this 12-year milestone for the Techno Exponent team. I'd like to thank the core management, Mr. Sabia, Mrs. Junrisa and Mr. Avoy for inviting me so I could be part of this. My congratulations to you and to the fast-growing family of Techno Exponent employees. During my moment here, I'd like to tell a bit about my experiences with Techno Exponent since we started our cooperation back in 2017. As Ms. Junrisa told, I'm co-owner of a company called Dimix. We sell and support equipment and supplies for the signage industry. To make you understand better, we mainly sell big printers that allow our customers to print billboard signs, car advertising, produce wallpaper and other kinds of decoration materials, print on clothing, and many other print-related items. Dimix started its activities just like Techno Exponent in 2011, and I got personally involved in it in 2014. Now, once I was at Dimix, the idea grew that it should be possible to track what our visitors and customers were doing on our website. And I wanted that we could profile our visitors and customers to better understand their needs and to figure out better what prospects should we focus on and allow us to do customized marketing. I was unable to find a tool at that time which was able to do that, what I really wanted. So by mid-2017, I decided to have something custom built, and this is where Techno Exponent I came into contact with. I actually found them through freelancer.com, where I had initial communications with Mrs. Junrisa. So I think it's maybe good to tell why I chose for Techno Exponent. Of course, the price was one point, which was important. I was having a tight budget for this. We were still a small company also at that time, and actually we still are, but so we did not have a huge budget. I had to outsource this to another country than my own, as IT services are extremely expensive over there. But price was one thing, but absolutely not the most important one. What I felt with Techno Exponent was that I was really understood. They understood what I wanted to achieve. And another point was that I could directly communicate with the owners. I had the impression I found a real partner in the project I wanted to realize, and I had trust in the fact that they had the resources and the team to make this to a good end. Now, to discuss all that, I came to Kolkata here in 2019, in August, and to make the implementation or the connection to our ERP and the start of the link or the creation of the e-commerce system, Ankita and Suman got added to the project to realize this. Ankita was taking care of the back end and Suman taking care of the front end. Later in the project, Ankita went on a leave because of her pregnancy, and her role got replaced by Arunava. And a bit later, another back-end developer has been added, Apurbo, who worked together also with Suman to realize some marketing automation features that still got unfinished. Last year, finally, we also started to create some complementary apps that bring the lead view features to Android and iOS smartphones. Rahul there is taking care of project management. Chandon got assigned for development, and Sangeeta is doing a great job in testing all out. As most of the things we are working on with the team soon will come to an end, while I'm here, I'm discussing to do the next steps in this, where it is my ambition to bring lead view to the next level of automation, and we are scheduling to deeply integrate with ChatGPT, latest AI technology, and also add some more e-commerce features. I want to end with a big thank you to the team members that worked on my project. and that I named earlier, for the hard work, the smooth cooperation, the persistence in getting to the outcome that we want. I did name a few that occasionally work also on my projects. Saibal on server issues, Supadip on some features for which we use Python, and of course the design team led by Avoy for the great designs we got.
So, Jan, what do you think that ChatGPT will make a lot of impact to the business, or or it will help for the developers to make the more efficient businesses software and make more of the automation stuff, or you feel like it's same, like we can train our own model, it doesn't need of ChatGPT help, or you feel like ChatGPT, GPT-4 or whatever the next thing come, it will be revolutionary to the market?
Yes, I think it is a real revolution for the market. Now, my personal, let's say, experience with it is mainly about text generating capabilities and a little bit less on the imaging side. But there I'm impressed every day about what it can do and what kind of different applications there are for it. I think that everything which is all jobs which have to do with text creation, website design and things like that, it's real neat that the people involved in that have to use ChatGPT, I think, to make themselves much more productive. ChatGPT or similar things coming from Google or others in the near future. If they don't do that, I think others will, and will probably take their job. So I think it's really important that people embrace it and take advantage of it. But you have to see it as a tool. I don't think it will always need humans to, let's say, control what it's generating and improve it. So I don't expect that one day it will be able to fully work on its own. There will always be a human aspect to it to remove the mistakes it makes and to correct it.
I request Mr. Bobak to please come up on the stage and to give us the chance to felicitate you and then share a few words.
So I want to thank, first of all, Techno Exponent, Mr. Avoy, thank you so much. It's been wonderful getting to know you. Mr. Sabyasachi, thank you so much for everything. Wonderful getting to know you as well. We have, on our team, had a phenomenal experience working with all of you, and I hope to get to meet more of you over my time here and the years that I know we'll be working together going forward. I was reflecting on what I would say today, because there's probably not much I could say that would be novel or groundbreaking or even intellectually interesting for an audience like this. All of you are very well accomplished in your own right. So I was thinking about qualities that make a human being excellent at what they do. And I decided to boil it down to 3 things, and only 3 things. And this very much categorizes our experience at Brilliant Labs working with Techno Exponent. The first, and this is the foundation, it's trust. From day one, working with especially Sabya and Avoy, we've always felt a high degree of trust and integrity. And that has made such a big difference in our ability to relax and allow the team here to do the amazing work that they do day in, day out. Without that trust and integrity, this wouldn't be possible. So I wanted to emphasize that and really give you guys a shout out, because that categorizes or characterizes how you work, and we appreciate that. The second, and this one is a big one, it's courage. I want to say that one again. It's courage. And I want to give a particular shout out to Mr. Umashankar, who's in the audience. We've had an awesome time working with Uma, and if there's one thing, there's so many things that characterize Uma as an engineer, as a human being, but if there's one thing that we value, it's Uma's courage. That guy, we tell him to do some crazy, uncharted stuff, and his first response is always, awesome. Every time we task Uma with doing something, the response is, cool, awesome, let's get started. And that makes all the difference. Because we know, we have faith that great engineers can figure it out. Great engineers work on hard, gnarly problems that no one has tackled before. And in our opinion, it's the quality of courage that best characterizes a great engineer. And in that sense, Uma has embodied that. So I want to give you, Uma, a particular shout out and just let you know how much we love working with you at Brilliant Labs. The final quality, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long, I know it's been a long day of speeches, the final quality is creativity. And we've been working with a number of great team members here. Sumita, of course, who we're working with for the majority of last year. Sukanya, who's been our heroic project lead, and a number of others. Every single time we've encountered barriers and problems, a great degree of creativity has been employed to solve it, and we recognize that. So that's all for my remarks this morning. Thank you guys, Brilliant Labs and the team. We appreciate what you do and how you do it.
I will come to my final questions to Bobak one time more. So the question is that there are, where Jan also saying like, many boring job will be, obsolete from the market. So I'm also hearing from a lot of team members like the jobs like, content writing, translations, then like, mid-size kind of jobs where, repetitive works there. So those are in danger. So Bobak, do you think is that something is in danger?
I think right now, they've productized it as ChatGPT, and I think that it's kind of like our furry friend, and we've all been chatting with it and having fun. I don't think we really understand what this is. I think this thing is coming for most of our work. I think that 90% of software developers who write mediocre code are going to have better code written faster, maintained and corrected, written by a GPT model for cents on the dollar. That will put most of the software industry out of work. It won't make economic sense.
Except for Techno Exponent.
Except for Techno Exponent. And so the question is, what are all these humans going to do? Like, for the sake of our species, we need to be thinking very seriously about that. For the sake of our children, I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old at home. I'm already thinking about how do I educate these kids so that they're able to keep their head above water in a world where GPT-10, right? We're talking about GPT-3 and 3.5, GPT-10, GPT-15. We need to be thinking at that level, and it's going to be brutal if we aren't. So, I think very controversially about this, a little more doomsday than I think most people do. But, at its best, I think humans are insanely ingenuitive, and I think that we always create a better future if we choose to. If we seize this moment, this will be wind in our sails. This will push our species to new heights of creation. But if we don't, and if this world continues in the way it is, politically, socially, economically, we're all done for. And the poetry of it, the last point I'll make, is the poetry of our species is that it wasn't an alien that did this to us. We did it to ourselves. Signed, the human race.
And we are so proud to have him as our CTO, and we are very happy to get Michael in our 12th Foundation Day.
Thank you all for coming out and taking the effort to be here today. I'm really excited to be here as with the team and connect with all of the staff and the founders and really just be a part of this journey together. As she shared, my name is Michael M. Collins. I'm the Chief Technology Officer of Techno Exponent, and today I want to share a few things about who I am, a little bit about our technology, as well as discuss what we're planning to do in our U.S. operations. I began my career in IT in the U.S. Navy, where I got an opportunity to travel around the globe and be a part of diverse kind of missions and things like that, and really learn really kind of best practices and cutting edge things with technology. During that position in the Navy, in the U.S. Navy, I also was awarded many awards, including a Top Sailor Award, as well as receiving the Navy Achievement Medal. I later went on to work as an IT leader for a large government organization where I managed a large IT portfolio that included one of the largest airports in the nation, the largest seaport, as well as one of the largest transit groups, among others, that were part of my strategic areas. And so both of those positions, as you can imagine, they instill different kind of things in you. The military gave me that sense of discipline, the foundations of teamwork, and all those great things that come from being on a mission kind of focused kind of team. Being as an IT leader for a large organization, I gained different skills, which include learning more about process, learning how to structure teams and how to manage large budgets, processes, as well as large teams. And today, as we kind of discuss those things, I want you to reflect on your experience with Techno Exponent and how that is important for you and your chapter in your life, whether that's a client and what products you're building, whether that's an employee or a staff member or family member, and what those things are doing for you and your individual lives. And so as a part of Techno Exponent, this journey we're really embarking on together is a great journey, and you should reflect on how this period in your life is really making a change. So as I mentioned, as these were important for me, a Techno Exponent I'm sure has been important for you. So as a part of our effort to expand Techno Exponent into a global IT leader, we are staying on the cutting edge of technologies, including artificial intelligence, blockchain, as well as foundational tools that are just core to software development, including coding best practices and product and software automation. So with that said, our ability to grow and to continue to be the times leading and the leading fastest growing IT company, there's things that we want to do to kind of make that, to foster that growth further. And so as the head of the U.S. operations, some things we're doing currently, including expanding our sales force, looking at dedicated personnel who's going to work with the team and for projects that are U.S. based. And so I think for everyone in the building or everyone in the audience, think about how you want to be a part of that team and be on that journey with us, and express your interest to the team and how you want to kind of be a part of that journey as we expand. With that said, I really want to thank you all for giving me this great warm welcome, and I'm really truly excited to be here, and I look forward to more to come and to continue to make the Techno Exponent not only the fastest time leading, but also the global leading fastest IT services company in the world. Thank you so much.
What is your feeling? Like, I know personally that you are, you read lot ChatGPT and AI/ML things, especially you do AI/ML stuff, lot of things. So what is your feeling that how AI/ML is coming to the market and how it will help the business?
Yeah, so I think it'll really make a ChatGPT, applied AI, machine learning, neural networks, the whole flow, will really make a major impact in a lot of ways. I think if you kind of break it down and look at how it can apply to particular business use cases, I think one thing to think about is that a lot of businesses, they will need to actually train their own kind of data to make predictions or to be able to generate any type of usefulness for their particular situation. And so each business will have to, again, kind of take data from their internal kind of systems, apply that with the models that are being developed and things like that to really get useful and kind of interesting insight about things that they can do inside of their business. Now, more generally, ChatGPT and things like that can be very useful in a number of kind of use cases where it makes it, where general knowledge or general kind of like things that have already been scraped on the web can be applied. And so I think there's just a ton of use cases, more to come in ways that we may not even imagine now. So I'm really excited about the applied AI, ChatGPT, and just machine learning generally.